I first met Brian at Martin Steed's film school. That's where I first met Lola and Kate from Corby Community Arts. Brian had a wonderful idea to create a community workshop where people would come together and share skills. Unfortunately, Brian passed away shortly after the community workshop was opened. He was unable to see his full vision come to life. The members of the shed, the volunteers, they want to do something to remember Brian. And I'll let them tell you what they did.
I'm Kate Dyer from Corby Community Arts, and we're really glad that we can support the project Making the Benches for Brian at the KHL Community Workshop through a series of woodworking workshops by the artist involved, Emma Denby, who is now working with those people who she was teaching the woodworking skills to working with them to convert the Polfair pole into 3 seats or sets of benches and seats. It's part of a larger project called Growing Our Creative Community, which is funded by the Ernest Hecht Foundation, and they've been very generous in their support of this project. And this is in celebration of his life. He was absolutely committed to developing his local community here in Kingswood and hazelleys.
That's what I love about this whole thing. And when I came in today, I heard the planing and sewing machines and music and digging, and now there's people playing bowls in the same area, and it's just all so wonderful, and I'm so happy to be part of it, and do thank Ernest Hecht Foundation for making it happen and helping us grow our creative community.
I only met Brian a couple of times, but he seemed very passionate about what he wanted to do with the shed, or KHL Community Workshop as it's now known.
It's lovely to see so many people have contributed to this project and will be enjoying it for years to come.
So far we've had about 40 participants, which just shows how much he meant to the community.
He was a force of nature and missed every time we come down here.
I would really like to talk about how I've experienced this Brian's Benches project, that people who are interested in certain things can take part, they're interested and they're nurtured, they're noticed, they're heard.
Today I'm here taking part in a project that Corby Community Arts have funded. A collaboration of organisations and individuals who are working to have a space that is in memory of our friend who passed away last year, Brian Dunn.
I'm here trying to make a bench to celebrate the life of Brian Dunn. Brian was instrumental in setting the workshop up. Without him we wouldn't be here.
And one of Brian's wishes was, when we got the shed open and that, we'd have a little patio area at the side, you know, for nice summer evenings, sit out there, have a cup of tea, campfire sort of thing.
And yeah, it's a really nice project because we're just getting to build something to go with what Brian built, which was the whole workshop.
As well as Emma Denby, we had help from a local girl called Nina on the chainsaw. A very good contribution she gave to us, and yeah, she split the logs up using the chainsaw.
It's going to be somewhere that people can sit and enjoy the view and think of wee Brian.
Yeah, it's just a little memorial thing and somewhere that, you know, we can go and sit and remember Brian. Yeah.
I'm Andrew. Heard about the shed through my Uncle Brian. Thought it was just another one of his wacky ideas. For the amount of hours we sat down here talking about how it would come to life, to now come back after a little breakaway to see it, it's really incredible. So,
hi, my name is Oliver Cheek. I am a youth leader around the Kingswood and hazelleys area. I've been down at the shed to help with some digging. Yeah, it's been a real massive community event. There's a lot of opportunity for people to come here just to socialise, and I think that was Brian's main idea. If there's anybody at home that's lonely, wants to come out to a safe space.
I'm James. I've been volunteering here for about 6 months, maybe, no, 5 months since the beginning of the year. Kind of met some really nice people, probably the nicest people I've met. We've been working on a project here for Brian. We've made some benches out of the pole fair pole. I have a 13-year-old son, and I think he'll be wanting to join. Emma helped him as soon as he come in, and the level of help and understanding that she can differ between age groups is, again, it's incredible.
Coming to KHL Community Workshop has given me sense of purpose. At the moment, I am attending a woodworking workshop with Emma Denby to create Brian's bench. I am very proud to say I have been able to do my part in giving back. All in all, the KHL Community Workshop is a positive thing for the local community, allowing people to come together, have access to machinery perhaps they couldn't afford, share skills and stop you feeling lonely and isolated.
Hiya, I'm Emma, so I'm an artist and a fabricator, and I'm just working freelance and commissioned to work in Corby KHL Community Shed. So for this project we have been making a memorial bench and a community garden for outside the workshop. So this was all for Brian, who helped set up KHL Community Workshop. And he did a lot of work, you know, fundraising and helping to build it. And then this project is all about, you know, putting a legacy forward to him. So Bob created a design for this memorial bench and a set of benches that went along with it. And then different members of the community have been involved with making the space outside, flattening it up, and that's going to have a patio on top of it as well. And then on top of this, you know, there's going to be these memorial benches and the side benches that all go around side and create a nice space for everybody to come outside. You know, during the summer months we're going to be outside the workshop after having a hard day's work. The first weekend I met James, and I think he's a new member, but there was another lady that came in and he said, "Oh, I love your jumper. You know, where did you get that from?" She got it from a charity shop, but then she said, "Well, bring in some fabric tomorrow and I can help you make a pattern for it." He brought in some fabric the next day, and lo and behold, you know, they got on the sewing machine and made a whole pattern for making a jumper. And it's all about this skill exchange between people. So Susan, who has been bringing in cakes, sandwiches every day, she's been keeping everybody going. She's also got absolutely stuck into the woodwork. You know, she's been so fantastic. Every day comes up to me, makes cups of tea for everybody, and then straight into, what can I do? How can I be helpful? Give me a tool in my hand and tell me what to do with it. And it is just such a joy to be able to come here and facilitate these workshops and work with everybody, because everybody is absolutely brilliant.
So thank you, Brian.
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 Thank you, Brian, so much.
Cheers, Brian.
Brian, thank you. From here, bud.
Thank you, Brian. You alright with that, Andy?
Thank you, Brian. So I think I'll end this video with a few words from the man himself. It's Brian Dunn. Miss you, mate.
What people will get out of the shed. So for the older people, it'd be companionship, sharing skills, but probably more than like sharing their skills. And again, some of these skills that they're going extinct, and they're very, very basic skills in life that we need to always keep in a library, so to speak, a human library. And looking at how unstable society is nowadays, you never know when a basic skill came in handy. Looking at that type of stuff and taking stock and remembering that we need to keep this stuff. Most of the stuff that I've got to learn, it just fascinates me, and it's nice to be fascinated. That keeps you alive, that gives you vigour in life. Making connections, that's the most valuable part about it all. As I meet you and you get to know me, we start connecting at all different levels. Met Lola and Kate the first time with my daughter when she went off to do some photography, and at a distance, they're very, very nice ladies, and they were very, very welcome. A few years later, I met them in the capacity of Creative Kingswood and hazelleys partnership, and instantly we become very, very close. So it's all those connections, you know, but it's a fantastic journey, as George says. Yeah, it is a journey, and it's, in lots of ways it's quite psychedelic for me.